The first thing I want to point out is, because this is a LY-FOC based ESC board, you have a push to start, so you just turn it on, you push the board a bit, this, and voila, you're good to go. Hobbywing doesn't support this function, but LY-FOC does. It's a very useful function, makes it way easier. You don't have to bend over to start up your board. I mean, okay, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but super handy. Let's get started. Another big advantage to the LY-FOC ESC, you can see I'm rolling backwards now, is that it supports fully interlockable brakes. So I come to a standstill and it just locks in. I mean, you can force it a little, but it actually really holds up good. That's a really nice function, definitely when you're at like a stoplight or anything, or an incline. That's always useful. With these reverse kingpin trucks, the board feels really stable, and this bushing setup, 92A, it is stable, but still pretty responsive. I mean, I didn't have to adjust anything to the trucks, and they feel quite good. I mean, it's still reverse kingpin trucks. Turn radius, yeah, of course, isn't the same as TKP or DKP, but they actually feel really stable, mid to deep carb. Awesome. The remote, it's pretty small. Like I said before, it has this rubberized-ish, plasticky finish, but it really suits well in the hand. It's one of the smallest of the remotes that I use these days. There are 4 speed modes. The first one, low, has a top speed of 7 to 8 kilometers. At least that's what my GPS says. Then you have the second one, the brakes in first is really nice, strong, but it's like a perfect mode as well for beginners. This is a budget board, and yeah, most beginners would start with a board like this. It's stable, it's really nice. So it's a good thing they have like a really nice acceleration to it, but a really low top speed. Still nice brakes, smooth, good braking curve. So the second speed mode, medium, has a bit more kick and a higher top speed, around 20. Then we have the third speed mode, which is high, a bit more kick. It's a really smooth curve. The start is really gentle. This has a top speed of 37. I checked it with the GPS, 37. Oh. Nice braking. Could be a bit harder, stronger though. Then the final speed mode, Pro. Let's check it out. More kick. Very gentle start. I'm kicking it full. More build up. Braking test. Here as well, smooth curve for braking, but could be a bit stronger, like when you really need it. Sometimes it really needs kicking a bit faster. But it has a safe, smooth curve. It being Hot Wheels, it really handles smooth roads well. Now these are like bumps and stuff, it also handles. You can feel, because it's hot motors, that it's a bit harder than full urethane wheels, but it seems to handle a road like this pretty well. Since they're not using EVA foam grip tape, you do feel like the vibrations. Tags. You do feel like the vibrations and stuff way harder, the small shakes. I can imagine like riding out longer that fatigue your feet. The deck, yeah, feels really nice. Good grip tape. My feet stick up to the One big advantage to hub motors, they're super silent. And they're incognito. Yeah, they're so smooth. You can literally not hear the motors. Just the zooming of the wheels. Another big advantage is it's not the heaviest board, so it's easy to carry around, and as you saw before, it has a handle to carry it, and the weight distribution is really nice. It really lies well in the hand. I'm not the biggest fan personally of handles, but it really functions well with this board. It's really easy to walk around. So for those that do like it, it's pretty nifty. The deck is pretty stiff, being so many maples, 8 layers of maple and fiberglass, but it really is a very stable deck. And the slight concave gives good grip, good bite with that grip tape. As you can see, the wheels, even for hub wheels, they really bite. They're really grippy. If you really wanted to, you could make it slide probably, but they're so grippy, really. And the deck as well, because it's a stiff deck, it gives you way more stability and control of your board. So it really carves nice. The bushings, the whole setup, just straight out of the box, it's awesome. Now that was an awesome ride. Let's get straight to it. So like I mostly do is I test the board out for quite some time to get a better insight and give you guys a better insight on the board itself as well. I emptied the board at least 4 times to get an estimate of the range. The website is saying it has a range of 21 kilometers. I was getting an average of 15 kilometers. The minimum I got was 13 and the max was almost 19 kilometers of range. So doesn't compare to the website, but that's mostly the case. It also depends. There's many factors that you really need to consider, like weight, wheels you're using, road conditions, hills, temperature, wind or not. So many factors that you need to consider. I use it in mostly urban situations, like I always do in the city. So that means a lot of stopping and starting again. That eats battery away. I always use it in pro mode because I'm used to more powerful boards. That probably adds to why I was getting less range as well. Straight to cons and pros. Start with the pros, like we always do. What it really shines out this board, yeah, of course, the price. The price, that's the best thing about this board. Another plus thing is, including with that price, you get 9 months of warranty. 9 months is a lot for a board in this category, but even other brands in this price range, you don't get 9 months of warranty, so that's a big plus. But 9 months compared to many others that don't even provide more than 6 months, and for that price it's a really nice thing. What I consider another big plus is the IP rating of the IP55, which means it's water and dust resistant. It's a good thing to have a bit more reassurance, and definitely while you're cleaning the board you can hose it down with water. I saw another video, to be completely honest, and they really tested in riding it in the water, and it showed water getting inside of the battery case. The next big advantage is the weight of this board. It's not the heaviest, it is really manageable, and that handle included, the nice weight distribution, like I said before, it's an awesome feature to have. I'm not the biggest fan personally, that's a personal thing, but it's super handy. See what I did there? Handy, handle. So this is a really manageable board. It also helps with the ride feel, because the lighter the board, the more realistic of a longboard feeling you get. And I really got that with this board. It really has a nice cruising vibe, and And really, with the Hot Wheels, it even adds up. Another big plus is the build quality. The whole build quality of this board is amazing. The trucks, the cases of the battery ESC, the grip tape, the wood, included lights, but that's another point. But the bushings, I mean, straight out of the box, as I said while riding it, it really feels perfect. And what I also consider as a big plus is, also mentioned it, the remote is pretty small, as this soft rubberized finish. It really fits well in the hand. That's a big plus to me. It needs to be really comfortable in the hand, and it really feels well. Throttle wheel has a right amount of resistance. What else is a big plus is the wheels. I mean, these wheels are really grippy, even for hub urethane wheels. They're really grippy, which helps with softening it up. But I'll come back to that later. But they're really grippy. And another big plus with that is you can go to Veymax's website and even choose other style of wheels to add more comfort to your ride. This board really performs well in the sense of like a nice throttle, acceleration, and braking curve. The brakes could be a bit harder, stronger when you really need them to, but the curve is really nice. It's not as gentle as and smooth as Hobby Wing, but I think it's just something that you need to get used to. I never had to feel like it almost jerked me off or jerked me off the board. What I liked as well is the design of the board. I mean, I really have a small heart for orange. I don't know why, since my first ever board, my Koowheel D3M, started out with the orange wheel, was also hub based, but I don't know what it is, but I think it's really attractive. Now we have to get down to what I not per se dislike, but what they could improve on. Small battery. You get less range, less performance, so you need to be realistic about it. The battery is always the most expensive part. Alongside with the first point that they could improve on, the battery is, like I kind of already said, it's not the biggest performer because it has a smaller battery. It's not the biggest performer out there. Next is the front and the tail guards. It's really nice that they included in this price range with this board, but the thing is it's really plasticky, and it being plasticky, I had an instance at home. I put the board straight like this, a bit more straight up. I was busy with other stuff, and all of a sudden I heard a bang. So it started sliding. I have a laminated floor, which is pretty slippery with plastic, of course. So the board just slipped down and it softly damaged my my wall. It being a bit more rubberized would be a nice improvement. Next, the Hot Wheels. It has a lot of advantages, as I mentioned before, but it could be a con to a lot of people as well. It being way less urethane, so you feel every vibration, or you feel the vibration way more. Different inclines in road, like bumps and such, those you feel really hard. With this kind of normal grip tape, no flex to the deck, or almost no flex to the deck, you feel every little bump. Another thing that co-aligns actually with the previous point is the grip tape. It's no EVA foam grip tape, so foamy grip tape. They're using a normal grip tape, good grip tape, as I said, but normal grip tape, yeah, you feel vibrations even more. I want to thank everyone for watching this video. I hope you like this video, and if you do, make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video. Sharing is caring, as I always say. Thanks again for watching, guys. See ya.